that time again. Let's look over something interesting, because every now and then I like to show a game just because when I was looking at it, it gave me the warm fuzzies. And the player playing black in this game is Alexei Shirov, and his book on his best games was called Fire on the Board. And the dude just played nasty chess his entire career. He was in the top 10 players up until about like 5 years ago, and then he had a big drop off in rating, and now just plays open tournaments all over the world and cleans up and makes money that way instead of being one of the big guys who gets invited. So I think you guys will appreciate this. Now, I don't teach the Slav to my students very often because it's a honeycomb of variations, and honestly, it's just kind of waning in popularity at the top level. But Shirov was one of those guys, along with Kramnik, who really put a lot of effort into the opening. Kramnik played it in a World Championship match. And this specifically, like for instance, my D4 players with white will know that I typically recommend for you to play E3 or G3 here. I don't tell you to play Bishop G5, which is the main line, for this reason. H6 is called the Moscow variation. And then D takes C4. It's about to get nasty. E4, B5, E5. This is all theory. Knight BD7. And I mean, there are some ridiculous lines here, like after knight takes, you can play knight D5. But like we've worked it out at this point that this is pretty much the truth. G3, bishop B7, queen B6 to protect the bishop. You go queen side, he goes king side. We have a really nasty opposite side castling situation. C5, D5. And it's funny because I watched a video, I want to say it was published maybe 2009, 2010. Shirov actually did a video series on ChessBase on this variation. And he had the move that white played in this game, rook b1, as a line that just busts this opening. The idea is that if you take the knight, I take back and hit your queen, queen moves, my rook takes your bishop, and then all the different discoveries from the bishop hitting either the king or the queen that's there, white has a devastating attack and you win on the spot. So of course Shirov understands this. He plays queen a6, de6, and I mean it gets nasty in here. Bishop g2, e7, bishop f1, and like there's like every single move there's like five or six moves you need to know. Queen d5. I mean, it's just like it keeps doubling down. I just wanted to show you guys this because the type of chess that I taught you to play, by and large, you don't get into this type of lengthy memorization skirmish. That whoever has the better memory wins these types of games. Because, I mean, I could have done this exact same game because it's a 2100 playing against Shirov. But in here, Shirov, it's him playing against the 2100. Because before this game, the move that Shirov played was actually a novelty at this point. He played rook e8. But there had been 11 games in the database when I looked that had bishop h6 and bishop d3. And, I mean, it's just still, it really is. It's just stupid. So rook e8 was what he played. Knight e4, bishop h6, because get your bishop safe, why not? Check. And this is where he went wrong. I mean, it looks natural enough. He needed to play that first and take there. But then Shirov has bishop h3, and it just holds everything together. Like, you're playing for the long term to make this work, because it takes way too long for white to justify his extra pawns. It's all aggression from start to finish, pure tactical chess at its finest. But he took here, grabbed the knight, grab the bishop. And I mean, the fact that Shirov is playing somebody that's 500 points lower rated and he plays this way, man has no fear. Like, I would never play this way against a much lower rated player. Bishop h3, and it's hard to even tell what the evaluation of this position is. But Shirov navigates it and plays like almost first choice for the rest of the game and just outclasses his opponent. f3, check. Just because you don't want to give him anything. No weaknesses, no queen. Impeccable. Just is dirty, because if he would have taken here, queen takes e6, f7, and you got to play giveaway, and white may escape in a draw with this, according to the engine. So rook h5 he plays, because if now queen takes e6, f takes e6, f7 after check, you do that.
Wow.
And knight b6 is mating. It's freaking ridiculous is what it is. So in the game after rook h5, the kid played f5, and it's not going to last much longer. Rook takes f5. Knight e5. Just beautiful coordination. Free rook and resignation. So I just wanted to show that game because it's not in the database when I looked it up, and ChessBase had it in an article, and I just wanted to share that because it's like the Moscow variation, but I'm pretty sure it transposed into a Botvinnik variation, named after the 7th world champion. That's such a money game, just money.